What in the world is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Alice of All Trades, where today we're going to be doing something kind of new. We're going to start a series. But before I get into it, I just wanted to give a quick update. Due to work and personal life, I'll now be changing my upload days from Wednesdays to Mondays, which just kind of, helps me out as far as being consistent and balancing everything else out. So be on the lookout for that, but I'll get more into what this series is about right after the intro. Alrighty guys, so the series we're going to start is called Make a Movie, and the first step you want to do is download a script writing app, or you can download it to your desktop. I love Celtex because it's just so easy and fun. It's the one I've been using for a long time. There are a lot of other ones, just pick the one that you like best, and then you could jump right into it. So the first thing you want to do is do the scene header, which is where you describe where this interior, out or exterior. So you pick where it's going to be, the time of day, and then inside or outside. So as you see, this is interior restaurant evening. Just real quick, you don't have to, go in depth. It's just kind of like cliff notes. And then next you want to hit the action button. So the action button, it kind of just, it is what it is. You just write down the action, what's going on in your scene, not the dialogue yet. You're just describing the scene. So for us, it's a man, a woman. They're at the beginning of a date, they're vibing, they're feeling it, so you just kind of write those things down. And then, I might say there's a pause between the laughter, show scenes of the restaurant. It's very classy. So I'm kind of describing the restaurant, where they are, to kind of build the scene up. Now, of course, I'm going to be very involved in the filmmaking process, so I don't need to be too crazy. Then if you go down to the app, you can hit the little arrow button and it'll, show up all the different tabs. So next is going to be your character. So it's going to be woman has the first line, and she's, asking him if he's ever been in love. So, obviously they were kind of at this point in the date where she's a little bit more comfortable asking him this. And then, on paper, on black and white, it might not really seem, flirty or romantic or whatever it needs to be. But that's your job as a script writer, is to put that in there, or as a director. The director might interpret it one way, but if you have a real close relationship, this is the kind of, this is obviously a romance. So, that this is going to be like playful, it's gonna be flirty, maybe they're joking around. But you kind of build that character and this dialogue. And a big tip to do is while you're writing, maybe after like a couple of pages, stop what you're doing, get a friend or a family member and have them go over it with you and see if it feels natural. Because when you write, sometimes you tend to be, well, me personally, I tend to be real formal because I'm used to writing like papers or research papers, and it has to be formal. But dialogue is very informal a lot of the time, especially on dates. So that's one thing you want to, definitely check out and be mindful of while you're writing, is sometimes it might sound too cheesy or too corny, so you want to have these conversations with other people to make sure that they feel natural. If this is a romance, you might want to ask, your girlfriend, or if you're a woman, your boyfriend or husband or wife or whatever the case may be, find someone who would fit that setting to help you whenever you're going over your script. And then once you're done with that, you just keep on writing until you have something you like, and then move on to the next step, which will be storyboarding. Well, that's it for this one, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining me again this week. If you like the video, please hit like and subscribe to become a tradesman, where we make videos every Monday. And join me next week when we become storyboard artists.